Guys, I'm not gonna pretend like I've always been perfect. Nah, I used to make videos in my pajamas. Like, who am I? Disc Golf Jesus? Unfortunately, when I was a youngin', I made some pretty awful decisions. But that's what your teenage years are for. That and hand jobs. And also apparently missing putts. Or that might have just been a me thing. I do know, however, the biggest mistake a beginner can make. Okay, maybe not the biggest, but that's not how YouTube works, Gramps. Go grab your AVR and get out of here anyway, because this isn't going to apply to you. You know when a new disc drops and fucking Stevie over there has to buy 3 in each color just to throw it a couple times and never use it again? What a total douche move, I should add. I'm sure plenty of your friends would have loved to throw it into 30 different trees. All I'm saying is, discs are meant to fly. Also, when you're doing your best London Tipton impression, it's only hurting your game. Call me crazy, but I don't see how constantly switching discs is any helpful. Now you're forcing yourself to learn how to throw discs differently. And I don't know if you know this, but you're shit. I guess I don't know if that's true, but odds are real fucking likely if you're watching one of my videos. Easy fix though. Just gotta hit subscribe. Solves everyone's problems. Except of course the ones you have. When I first started playing, all I wanted to do was buy discs, or if I'm being honest, ask my mom to buy me a disc and then throw it non-stop, or what's more likely, until I lost it within a week. But you could guarantee the next replacement, just like every other new disc, would instantly go in the bag. And if you were a beta cuck like myself, then you always find an excuse to say you love it. Seriously, I used to never say anything bad about a disc, even if I absolutely hated it. Lion. Sorry, my bad. I did that for 2 reasons. The first, of course, I had dreams of being a sponsored player. And look how that turned out. Fucking idiot. Although, if you asked 2017 Jefferson where'd he be in 7 years, he'd tell you Michigan for D-Glow. And that's exactly where I am in a Panera Bread editing this video. The second was because if I wasn't sponsored, then I needed another way to get free frisbees. And saying blanket statements that could apply to every disc was the sure way to do that. I mean, go look at your favorite frolf tuber and tell me when they say something negative about a disc they were given for free. At least here, no, I don't give enough of a shit to lie to the fans. That would just take way too much effort instead of just saying a disc is shit. To be fair, times were simpler back then. I mean, look, I still had Innova made P2s. That's how you know the world was right. Now they're more like the girls that peaked in high school. Kinda chunky, and everyone used at least once. The fucking Rico was a prime example of how I literally threw anything I got for free. Why else would someone use a Castaplast disc? No, Berg throwers don't count. I don't respect them enough to consider them people. The only reason the Wizard was in the bag was because I paid the $20 premium for Diamond Ear Macbeth to sign it for me. This started my liking for bagging signed discs. I'm sure I gave some whack excuse for bagging the Flying Squirrel, but in reality, I just didn't have enough discs to fill up my bag, so there it went. I should add, I found it on the course one day, and it felt disgusting. But yeah, still in the bag. Shout out to my boy Brody Smith. He always knew how to get every last dollar out of disc golfers. And that was before he stole an elite team spot on Discraft. So I was dumb. Shocker, I know. And for some reason, always thought this disc was a rock. Only to find out it was an AVR. And if you're wondering if it had the name embossed on the bottom, it did. I'm just a fucking idiot. Which is probably why I was throwing the T-Bird without the 3. Although, gotta remember, this is 2017. Completely different game back then. Like no one was bagging the Crave, because the quickest way to find a loser on the course was to spot the gyro. I guess some things never change. Oh yeah, and Daredevil discs was a thing. Forgot about that. And no, I didn't waste my money on that trash. A friendly man told me he had discs in his car one day, and of course I had to check them out. Kinda wish he just kidnapped me, because at the end of this story, I got a Timberwolf. I'd rather something just get shoved up my ass. So I have this weird story about the Thunderbird. This used to be my favorite disc, and one day I lost it like the moron I was. Flash forward a year while I was playing a tournament when I noticed a cardmate using an eerily similar disc. You might think, how would I find out? Because I'm not a dumbass signing my own discs. Nope. Instead, every time I chained out, I put a star on the bottom. So yeah, it was my disc, but I was too afraid to ask for it back. I really was a bitch back then. I wasn't kidding. But it was a Thunderbird, so I really wasn't missing out. The Valkyrie was the first disc I hated because I thought when you threw backhand, it meant the disc would go to the left, and no matter how hard I would throw it, it would just go to the right. Also, happened to be my first mental breakdown because of disc golf. Then I learned about hyzer flips when I was 15, which blew my mind. Unlike my dick. You know, because of the whole frisbee thing. Or probably because my dumbass thought bagging destroyers was the best idea. I truly think getting my first ace with one was the downfall of my career. Even though it was in a 250-foot hole and skipped 30 feet because my arm was slower than, well, me. Don't worry though, guys. Remember that hyzer flip thing? Yeah, that's why I got myself a Blizzard katana. And I didn't want her to be lonely, so I got the boss to match. I mean, the thing did say I could throw it over 1,000 feet right on the damn thing. Then, of course, I had the Vulcan, which only was in there because I found it. Funny enough, it was the first video I ever made on YouTube. Thanks to all 30 of you for suffering through some shitty disc golf and a worse personality. It's like I bagged a Shrike. Oh, that makes sense now. About 80% of those discs were lost within 3 weeks. But that's okay, because I'll just go buy some more. Well, that was the mindset back when I was an immature piece of shit loser. Now, well, actually, I don't think anything's changed, except I like to keep my frisbees. I really don't see the benefit of changing in and out discs from your bag for whatever's supposed to fix your game. You know you have to actually change your game to get better, right? There's not a single disc out there that will fix whatever the fuck it is you have going on. And I would say the wild honey, but I'm starting to get pissed I haven't gotten a free one yet. If I need to grow tits in order to be noticed, I'll do it for more than just that disc. Those are the only DDs I want in my life. I understand replacing discs from losing them, although next round, let's have a goal of remembering all of them this time. But to those disc golfers switching out all sorts of discs because you heard someone say something, or whatever else nonsense you come up with, try picking a few discs and really figuring out everything possible you can do with them. I promise you'll see results. And once you do that with a few and are getting the hang of it, try some more. But throwing one disc for a round, getting pissed and tossing it in the closet only to try it again in 2 weeks helps nothing. Plus, the only people still tossing are those that throw trilogy. I'm not talking about plastic. Seriously though, how does it make any sense that you're going to continue to throw different discs the same way and assume things are going to click? I know most of you have a sense of what they will fly like, but I swear I watch some people throw that have no idea what is going to happen. Like they're picking the frisbee based off the color. The only time I've ever questioned a doubles partner was when they picked up their Blizzard disc in a fucking headwind. Confused how someone could be so clueless, which is why I'm trying to set some of you straight. Didn't mean that in a homophobic way. Rather, fix your stupid fucking brain. Hopefully that was less offensive. If this has been hitting a little too personally, it's okay. I once made horrible life choices too. I mean, did you notice I was rocking a dynamic bag? I know, gross. Although, this was before the incident. Sorry, just had chills. Honestly, I'm just trying to save you people some money. I know these disc companies want to tell you the next hot item will be able to fix whatever your problems are, and that's why I'm here to say, no it won't. Not even close. There's dudes out there willing to suck dick for $20. Think about that next time you check out the General. Plus, you could get a snack afterwards. I went down the rabbit hole of unstoppable disc purchasing, and I know most of you have or will too. It's a part of the hobby, but before you become the guy with 500 useless discs in his basement, think first. Or, if you want new shit, go buy from the used section and get a bargain. Your noodle arm could use the help too. Hey, no hate, that's literally the only place I spend my own money. There's lots of disc golfers out there that I know are confused, so I figured since I can't give good advice, I give whatever this was. Moral of the story is, don't give these companies all your money where you could throw the same shitty shots with a $12 DX Shark. But if you have that in your bag, it's probably time to grow up. Not for me though. I'm currently sleeping in the Cracker Barrel parking lot waiting for D-Glow. I'm really hoping to continue to make vids, but everything gets busy so fast. So make sure to subscribe to not miss out whenever I get the next video out, which will probably be soon. I don't really know. See you guys then.
This is the only hole on this property I have yet to birdie, and I have a putt. Hopefully I don't fuck it up. Oh my god. That's what it feels like to birdie this hole. Oh my god. I've been missing out.